All right, guys. So we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Oh, there's actually a few things I forgot to pull up. We'll grab it when we need it. So we got some info. This is not like the most concrete thing ever. Like we'll kind of like go over. We'll break it down, but it does appear to me right now that of like the two, I mean, I guess the biggest thing we care about is, what are the two headliners coming up, right? Like, what are the two main LRs going to be, the big guns that everyone wants? Right now, I'm not seeing any hints towards any character besides Blue Gogeta. To me, that's what it seems like. And there's a. Let me actually just pull up the rest of the stuff I need. Because there's. Hold on. We're going to take a look at this. All right. So here's the thing we've got right here. It's. So there's a mysterious error in the story event for Dragon Ball Super Broly. Up until around noon on the 17th, if you tried to access the in-game notification for the event from the Door of Memories. So that's like the little button you could click to kind of see like the event info, right? Like that's what it's talking about. You'll get a message. The page is currently under preparation. Mysterious error message is displayed. So what this tells us, this is sometimes there's things that lead to nothing. Sometimes things lead to something. I mean, it's always possible that all of this is nothing, but I do think that this is actually something. So what this likely is, and Proton did the legwork for us, is that a couple of characters in here who have not EZA'd yet, the Golden Frieza as well as the Broly, are very likely to obtain their EZA. Keep in mind for the New Year's celebration, which was the Hirudegarn and Dragon Fist movie, they took a whole bunch of like random EZA, well not random, but they took a bunch of movie EZA areas and they just slammed it together into one EZA area event, right? Lord Slug EZAs, Android 13 EZAs, Cooler Movie EZAs, and now of course we have the Hirudegarn Kid Trunks all put together into one EZA area. So they have this freshly minted, movies EZA area, and that's easily where these two characters could be getting their EZA from, right? And I think the chances of that happening are pretty good, right? Again, this is typically like this type of thing is not just pointing towards nothing, I would say. Now, it also, I think, could be very likely that the this story event right here could be turned into a Dragon Ball story, like story event. Occasionally, those kind of just like randomly will pop up with no real meaning or bearing to anything. But I guess in the case of a lot of the movie Dragon Ball stories, they have come out with like we got the Cooler's Revenge Dragon Ball story during the Cooler movie Worldwide Download Celebration, right? Or we got the the Hirudegarn Dragon Fist Dragon Ball story that just came out for New Year's along with a corresponding celebration. So to me, this does look like we could be seeing Blue Gogeta actually be one of the main anniversary headliners. Now, I do think Beast Gohan is the number one choice I would have because Dokkan needs to rectify that L. I do think that like a proper Beast Gohan would, in terms of hype and sales, be at least within striking distance of Gogeta. I've explained this several times before, but UI Goku is a character who, when he was first a thing, like he was hype level, above like the Blue Fusions. Although I guess UI Goku came out before Blue Gogeta, right? But eventually that kind of like corrects, right? Like UI Goku was cool, but at the end of the day, like it's Gogeta and Vegeta are always the biggest draws in Dragon Ball. It's kind of like how it's always going to be, right? So it's like UI Goku back in 2018 was number one, but then he goes down. He's still a hype character, but he doesn't compete with Blue Vegeta and Blue Gogeta, right? He does not. I think Beast right now is still fresh enough, and I mean Dokkan doesn't have tons of representation. That Beast is kind of still on that level, but in a year or two, Beast will be super fire, but he's not at the pinnacle that Blue Gogeta and Blue Vegeta would be at for like kind of like a successful celebration for Dokkan. So that's something I think is pretty important to keep in mind, right? Now, in terms of what we would see from the Gogeta, I would really think that it would be a counterpart to this character. Now, I mean, this could be good and bad because, okay, we saw how the Super Vegito and the Super Gogeta characters. Remember them? They came out. We had the STR Vegito who came out for Worldwide, just like this character. Then the following Tanabata, we got the Super Gogeta version and then the Janemba, right? And then, of course, we did have the Buhan counterpart to the Vegito as well. So I do think we are very likely to get the counterpart to this character. Now, I mean, they can't have like another name that's like this. We already have the gods. I don't think that they're going to drop a Super Saiyan God Goku and a Super Saiyan God Vegeta. What I think that this character would very likely be is base Goku and base Vegeta. That would be my assumption for what this character is going to be. I know people want like a standalone Blue Gogeta. I mean, I do as well. But I think it's more likely that there would be a counterpart to this character than anything. Hopefully we still eventually get a Blue Gogeta. What I wanted to pull up was... No, that's the exchange. I wanted to pull up Goku and Vegeta cards just to point out how, like, it's nothing. Yeah, right here. That's right here. Like, there's nothing. We have a free-to-play character, and this is the SSR for the 3rd anniversary LRs. So, as you guys can see, this is just a dead name right now. Like, you know, we add 9th anniversary headliner Gogeta to that, and it certainly would work. I guess the one thing, though, is that if we're talking about the counterpart to this character... I mean, Gogeta would very likely have the new 9th anniversary mechanics, and like, do we really think that like a Gogeta would have these mechanics, but this Vegeta would not? That's interesting, but then that would make me like think that, okay, so like, you know, they could do Gogeta and then Broly for like Tanabata instead, similar to the way it worked a couple of years ago, where the Super Vegito again was worldwide, and then Tanabata followed up. So we'll see, but I mean, it's pointing to me towards this. I suppose, I mean, it would be crazy, but we could always get maybe like a standalone Blue Gogeta right now, who, you know, could, again, take advantage of that 9th anniversary mechanic, which appears to be, actually, let me pull that up, just a glimpse at that. This right here, as we could take a look, Dokkan, of course, tweeted this out, it seems to me to be very... kind of like obviously like it forces the enemy to attack this character, which is this like if this character, like whatever 9th anniversary LR we're talking about, UI Goku, Gogeta Blue, Beast Gohan, I mean I can't even think of another character besides like, you know, like DBS Broly or Cell Max or something like that. Like those really do seem to be, I mean, UI Goku, the main reason we would think that UI Goku would be here, I still think, is because of the 500 EZAs that they have ready to go. This stuff right here in V-Jump, these are not pointing towards Tournament of Power. Like, comeback campaign type shit, mission stuff, and then, like, just, like, one day until the actual 9th anniversary celebration will begin. Like, this is not pointing towards Tournament of Power. It's pointing towards after. Again, as I said yesterday, I'm taking it as Blue Gogeta. I think that UI Goku could easily still be a part of this. I think same with Beast Gohan, but this Blue Gogeta is the one that it does seem most likely. And this mechanic, by the way, will be a game changer. This is the type of thing that could take characters like Super Trunks, 17 and 18, Ribrianne, Kale, like all these types of characters could become very busted. Like if you could protect Super Trunks before he turns into Super Trunks, he's a god. The same thing with Kale, right? Turles before he's fully built up. So this is intriguing because this could allow them to... This is the type of thing that could actually potentially save some of the weaker characters of 2023, is being able to protect them until they become very good, which many... I mean, Super 17, you go through like all those like kind of like weaker Dokkan Fest from last year, and it's all just that they're very weak, but they have a high peak. They all kind of have like just the same sort of function like that, and protecting them could be crazy. To me, like a Gogeta does feel like the type of character that would, you know, would make this happen. Like I could definitely see that. So I don't know. I think eventually we will get the counterpart to this. We got the Fusion Zamasu as well. So, I mean, I do think that we could potentially see, you know, a LR, you know, probably a Goku and Vegeta that would fuse into Gogeta. Because we don't have, like, well, I guess we do, but it's just the active skill for the 7th anniversary LR. I was gonna say kind of like Goku and Vegeta fusing into Gogeta, but that's the 7th anniversary animation. Although they could just redo that. That's something that's gonna happen. Like Gogetas and Vegetos and stuff like that. Like they're just gonna definitely be recycling their animations. You're never gonna people would say, "Oh, I'm so fusioned out," but then it's always the best celebrations, the most hypest celebrations is the one that's led with these big boy fusion characters. It just is. Now, one thing that would really suck for this character, if we do get the Gogeta counterpart, is we know they are not going to mess around with Part 1 Anniversary LR animations. So this character would look so shitty compared to a Gogeta version that would come with 9th Anniversary, right? So we'll see. Again, in summary, with this seemingly being what's probably going to happen is that these characters are going to be easing. Oh, I did have this, by the way, pulled up. So this is all of the characters that came out during that celebration. Wrath Broly could get multiple LRs. I would love at some point God Vegeta to get a Dokkan Fest. I think that should be very cool. Yeah, Broly, it's very bizarre how limited, like they haven't, like both Dokkan and Legends have barely touched him, right? Like, I mean, I guess Legends, they did release this same character, but it was a bit later on, right? But Legends dropped their LF, Broly, just like Dokkan did, and they've never really gone back, just like Dokkan did. Very bizarre when it's both games doing it, right? They just never go back to DBS Broly, who, I mean, he's a Super Saiyan. Super Saiyans are what carry, like, the Dragon Ball franchise, essentially, so I'm not really too sure. But we'll see, right? Again, ending this video, I would say Gogeta Blue right now is, like, very likely. And then, like, UI Goku and Beast, I mean, they're definitely possible, but I would say that there's nothing sort of concrete pointing towards them the way there is for Gogeta. Gogeta now, I take 2 hints. This, what is right after that, Goku and Frieza, is the Broly movie. So I think that's like pointing towards Broly stuff. And then now we have this. So now we kind of have 2 pieces of evidence pointing towards the Broly movie, but nothing really concrete pointing towards Tournament of Power or Beast. I do think, obviously, that going to superhero stuff, there's still numerous things they could do, right? A true Beast Gohan, Gamma 2 Sacrifice, Cell Max. There's many things they could still get from superhero and also from Dragon Ball Super Broly. So, Dragon Ball Super movies, I think would be a fire kind of like theme for this 9th anniversary. Remember, it's only a couple of days. I mean, it's going to be, I guess we probably will see them on the 20th, for me, right? It's going to be probably the 20th at like 11:30 p.m. or something like that, when we're going to see the actual arts for the LRs. It's, again, something I think that we are actually going to see. So let me know what you guys think about the, Dragon Ball Super Broly potential hints here. But I do think we could see the Gogeta Blue counterpart of this, or just a standalone Blue Gogeta who we've never gotten. We don't have a character that's just named, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta. So I would like to see that sort of fixed as well. Obviously, at this point, most of us are kind of like over transformation conditions, especially with how many like quick, difficult fights we got in 2023. That was kind of like the style of difficult fights they did, right? Red Zone, Cell Max, all the Dismal Future Red Zones, many of the God Immortal events are all structured, at least just that the overwhelming amount of the difficulty is right away. So we'll see, but I would love to see just standalone. That right there would be very fire. So let me know what you guys would like to see. If you do like Blue Gogeta, or what you think the second LR might be. Again, right now, Beast and UI I would point to, but I mean, we'll see, right? Nothing directly as like a hint that either of them are coming. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.